everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Vanda v Helen. For those who are new here, hi, my name is Veronica and on weekly basis I am sharing with you with some crochet tutorials or hacks. But actually this time it won't be it will be crochet related, but it won't be crochet tutorial per se. Actually, as you might know, I am also creating my own felt eyes, and I have decided that I will shoot also some tutorial how I am creating the felt eyes. So actually today's video will be about creating this beautiful, well, I have it other way around, this beautiful easy felt eyes, but of course design is completely up to you. You can decide which design. So I'm just going to show you how to create your own design and how to what supplies and everything you need. But before we jump to this tutorial, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so then you can keep up with all of my upcoming tutorials. So now let's grab your supplies and let's start. First thing what we are going to need, so we are going to need our felt. Then I am using a baking paper. I will show you later on for which purpose I am using it, so basically just to cover or let's say save your space. And then we need some heat transfer vinyl, so we are going to use a white one, but also we are going to be using some glitter one and some metallic colors. Then what we are going to need is this mat, which we are going to place on our felt. So then from the other side I will show you how it looks like when it is done. So for example here, because normally you have a felt with both sides, basically the same style, but as we want to have a felt eye is very easy to glue on afterwards on our toys, we need to place this on the other side, so then basically it's much easier when you will be afterwards placing your felt eyes or mouth or whatever on your plushie. Then of course you are going to need Cricut maker or different part, or let's say different tool to cut your pieces, or you can cut them by yourself. Of course this is up to you. So then I am concretely using Cricut Maker 3. Then you are going to need of course some scissors, some let's say tools. Then we will need afterwards to get our cut it pieces, and afterwards of course you need iron. So I am using super small iron, but you can also have your own heat presser, so I don't have a space for that yet, so that's why I'm using iron. And now I think that's it, and we can start making our felt eyes. Okay, so now as a first we are going to prepare our felt for cutting. So I am taking my heat foil and now I am basically placing my felt on it, so then I can simply measure, actually I'm doing it that way, so I can simply measure how much I'm going to need, so then I can cut it. So I'm just using a pen or whatever, so simply just highlight how much you need to cut of the foil that we will be afterwards ironing on. So now I am going to cut exactly this piece and we are going to iron on it. Okay, so once we cut it our foil, now what we need to make sure is with this shiny part we are going to put it upside down, so basically you have the paper one on top. So now you are going to place it exactly on your felt, so it's exactly more or less on the same side. You already have your baking paper on your table, okay, so as a let's say kind of a protection. So now just make sure that the paper is exactly on each side of that you need and exactly on the same size as the felt. Now take your iron and now just slowly go through and kind of like when you are doing ironing, so simply iron it. Be careful, it is hot of course, so make sure that you have each of the corners. Okay, ready? Especially the corners are very important, so you can go through them more times. Okay, and now you just simply leave it a little bit to cool off, but I think couple 1 minute is enough to cool it off, and then I will show you how to basically take down the paper part. Okay, so now once it is cool off, now just take one of the edges, basically doesn't matter which one. And actually what you can do, which usually I am also making is, so before I will do it, so you see that here I have it a little bit over my felt. So I am just simply taking the scissors and cutting it. It will be easier afterwards to take it down, so basically not those nice parts but be careful to not cut through your felt. But of course, if you even cut slightly through your felt, nothing happens, because basically you are never using exactly the edges of your felt, because even the CAD maker has 0.5 millimeter kind of a safe space, not millimeter, centimeter. So, and now we are just going to search of one of the corner, and you see, I will try to zoom it out, and you see you have two kind of layers. One is purely the paper and the other one is this foil that is now done. So you are just peel it off, okay, and now you have the shiny part. Don't throw away this paper. We are going to need it afterwards when we are going to be ironing our glitter and white part and everything, so don't throw it away, we are going to need it. And now your felt is ready to be cutted. So from one side it is very shiny, and from the other side you see, okay, now you see the normal black part. So now we can start with the cutting process itself. Okay, so as a first thing we are going to go to our Cricut. So, and I already have my, let's say, design of the eyes that I want to have. If you are interested to see a video of how you can create the eyes directly in the Cricut itself, let me know. I will create a separate tutorial for it, because it's basically taking a little bit more time. But simply what I already have, I will show you some basics. So I already have one that I want to cut, but I will now customize it. I will not go directly to cutting, and basically it's very easy to create. So here you have the let's say the shapes and the stuff that you need. So for example, if we would want to have a circle eye, so now I have my eye. I want to have it, for example, 3 centimeters, so I am adjusting the size here. So this is the 3 centimeters. I want to have it black. So this is the one color. You're just using normal copy paste, simple method to copy. And now I want to have, I want to go back and I want to have it with the circle shape. So this shape, maybe try 1 centimeter, how it will look like. It will be big or not. Perfect. So this is one. I will copy it. I will make this one smaller, for example 0.5, and basically now my first eye is done. Now ideally is if you combine these two, so you are just with the shift, you are simply let's say combining. So right click, go to combine and unite. Why is this important? Because then it will cut like this piece, you can see it here. Also, for example, these pieces, it won't cut separately. Why it's very important is because then when you will be ironing them, it will be much easier for you. Because if you would cut, and this was my first mistake when I started with the felt eyes, was that basically when I cut it everything separately, and very easily when you're ironing could be that the left eye is not exactly the same size as the right eye. You can make different let's say distances between it. So that's why it's very important to unite those kind of, let's say, pieces that you know that ideally would be the best together. So this is how you unite them, and simply now you are just copy, and you want to have it exactly the same style for the right eye. And here you have a flip possibility, and you have a flip horizontal or flip vertical. In our case it is flip horizontal. It will automatically flip it exactly the way you want to have it on the other side, and basically you have eye created. So this is how you can create your eye. Now this will be the felt part, and then this will be the, let's say, the vinyl part. I will show you later on how to go to cut it. So yeah, this is how you can create your eyes. And now we are going to the part of make, but we will be making this too, which is basically already done, but you see how simply you can create your own. Okay, so actually now we are going to cut our eyes. So now you see I have a lot of eyes here, but you don't need to do that. This is just purely because of the fact that I'm going to cut now different styles on the one, let's say, cut, because I'm too lazy to do it per style. So you don't need to do it. Imagine you have only one set of eyes that you want to create. So now we are going to click on the make. And actually now, imagine the situation, you have one type of felt eyes, but you want to create several copies of it. So instead, you don't need to do it like you will place all the copies in your design space. No, you don't need to do that. I just did it because I have different style and combination and different number of pairs that I need for each of the style. But if you have the same style and you want exactly certain amount of the copies, you are just simply placing here number of copies that you want to have. So imagine, for example, 10 or depends, and then everything will be automatically multiplied. What Cricut make automatically is based on the colors that you use for the design. It will automatically split the colors between the matte. So we have a white, we have a black, and we have a blue one, which I use for the colors. So that's why what I'm trying always to do, even if I know that my glitter one will be blue, one will be pink or different styles, I am putting everything on blue, because then automatically it will create for me, let's say, to place all the stuff on one blue mat. But then afterwards, when I will be cutting it itself, I will show you later on how I will do it. Even if I will be using different color, I will be using it kind of here in the Cricut blue mat. But we are going to start as the first with the felt. So actually for me, I know already now by heart and more or less this style, how Cricut made it to me, is matching my is matching my exactly the style that or let's say the size that I have of my felt. But imagine you want to make only one pair and you have only, for example, something like this, so only just piece. Then you can very easily move it around the mat how you want. You can turn it, so actually you can really play a lot here. I will show you later on once we will be cutting the glitter, because then we will be moving it quite a lot. But basically here you can basically adjust. We are starting with the felt. So now I am going to place continue, but before I will start that, as I don't remember by heart, I will keep this, and now I will move to different camera so then you can see what I'm doing with my hands. But basically I'm going to now place felt on my mat based on this. So don't click, if you're in this stage, don't click yet on continue. Continue watching how I am placing exactly my mat, and then we will continue together. Okay, so now I take my mat. So actually my mats are already all of them are already a little bit destroyed and used. So actually I am now using light grip for the felt, but I will be kind of, let's say, saving, making it safe to not move with the tape. But I will show you firstly how to do it. So when you have your felt, you have the felt part and then you have the shiny part, right? You are placing your felt, the shiny part, down on your mat, and you are trying to place the mat based on how it is how it is shown on your Cricut design space. Okay, so I see that I have only till 28, even 29 is not safe anymore, so till 28 to be safe. But as you can see on my Cricut design space, I have these two pieces which are far from 28. That's why, to make it safe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those two and just simply place it here. I will one by one place it next to each other. I will now make sure that the rest, so here this is still 28, it's matching, it should be okay. But of course, if I am a little bit far, I'm kind of 28.5, right? So here this is more or less, if you click on it, you see also the squares. So it is before 28, so these three are safe to stay here. So this is my one edge. And now the second edge, it's down below. So I have my felt till 18, let's say 17.5 if we want to be more safe, right? So I'm going again to my Cricut design space, double check what is my last, where is my last, basically the part. And I see that I am safe till 16.5 till 17, which means I am good to go. And now I can click on continue. Now I can click on continue, but before what I need to do is, but this is for me, it depends on at which shape is your mat. but my mat is very bad shape. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to secure it with the, actually this is a tape for painting. So I'm just simply going to secure it to make sure that the felt is not moving away while I am cutting. So I'm going to now secure. If you want to be sure, you can also secure from each of the sides, just for safety reasons. So I'm going to secure it now, and then I will show you how to continue. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to... Okay, so now once I am done, I also, let's say, make it safer for the felt. So now once I know my felt is on the mat and everything is ready to go, I click on continue. Okay, now my Cricut, I turned it on and now it's connecting. So now I already have, let's say, favorited what I needed, but if you don't have anything, you can here browse for all materials and you can find felt. So I am using felt craft bonded. I am here always for the felt, and actually also for the glitter and for everything I am putting a little bit more pressure. And then everything is in. So actually now you see also this sign is blinking, which means we need to load the mat. So now I am going to place the mat here. I am going to place this, press this button. Now my mat is going on. It will make now funny noises because of the tape, but you can just simply ignore that. Okay, now it's this one, it's even taking me. Let me save it. Give me a second. Okay, so now you see that the play button is on. So basically now we can press this button and it will start cutting. Okay, so now once my felt eyes are cutted, so I am going to continue with the white part. So I am already on the white part, and actually I have a kind of a roll of white, so I am going to place it exactly how it is written, so with the glossy way up. So when you have a mat, you have this cover on it. When you are measuring how much you need to cut, keep the layer on it, so then it's not sticking yet. So I need it till the level 12 to be safe. So I am going to measure it till 12 and make a note here. And basically I am going to cut it exactly that way, and I will show you how to place it on the mat. So I have now removed my layer or my cover on the mat. So now you have a vinyl with the glossy part and with the matte part, and we are going to place our vinyl, the gloss. We are going to place our the third time. We are going to place our vinyl with the glossy part down. Okay, so I am going to place it as it is on my Cricut design space. So you see I have it till 30 till 12, which seems I kind of wrongly cut it. Okay, other way around. So my cutting skills are not the best one. Okay, so let's see. And you see I really wrongly cutted it, but that's no problem because I see that I have it here till slightly below 11, and 11 is cut it in each of the let's say cases. One thing, and the second thing around this part when it is really going wrong direction, I already have, I don't have already anything to cut. So this should be okay. So don't forget to put it on the glossy part down, and now we can cut it. Okay, now for the, let's say, selection. So now I have my heat transfer vinyl. I am not using a Cricut mark, so I will choose heat transfer no Cricut. And I am also again selecting more. And now I am going to place the mat and basically start the whole cutting process. Okay, so I have cut it already. Oh well, the desired glitter that I need. So actually I'm going to use several glitters, but I wanted to basically show you that the glitter part is also, let's say, put on your mat with the glitter part down, so it will be placed on the mat like this. So actually I should place mine this first like this, so you see that the glitter part is down. Okay, and now we have everything cutted. So we have cutted our felt eyes, we have cutted our glitter and everything. So now we are just going to basically peel the pieces that we need. So I am going to show you what tools I am using for it, and yeah, then we can start to iron on. Okay, so now once we cutted our places, we need to create something like this basically. So then this is the part that we are going to iron on. And how to come to that place, we are firstly need to remove this additional part that we don't need. So for this I am using this tool, no idea what is the name, unfortunately. And actually I'm going to one of the corners. Once my camera... Okay, so I'm going to one of the corners and I'm just with slow moves trying to kind of, let's say, go there and try to remove, or let's say split between the transfer part you see here and the colorful one. So you see, basically this is what we need to do. And now I'm slowly will start to remove the part where it is cut. It should be going automatically, but for the second part it's not going, so sometimes you need to help with this tool to hold it a little bit, so then the other pieces are not going away that we don't need. And now we slowly will remove everything that we don't need. Okay, always be careful to double check if the part that was cut is staying there. So this piece we don't need. And now here we have, oh my god, it looks so amazing. Now we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of eyes. So I'm just going to cut every single piece. I will cut it in two. So this is because this is for the two eyes. So, and now I am going to prepare everything, remove everything, and then I'm going to show you how to iron on the eyes itself. Okay, so now everything is cutted and prepared. I have my felt eyes, so now I am going to place the vinyl on them. Make sure that the part which is completely glossy is going up, and from the other side you feel, if you go through with your hands, with your fingers, that it's not basically smooth. So the non-smooth part down and smooth part up, so like something like this. Make sure that everything is according to how you desire it. Okay, a little bit up. Okay, so now remember I told you to keep this paper that we were using to cover our felt. So now we are going to use this paper, the glossy part down and the paper part up. And now we are going to take the iron and few seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that should be enough. Now we are going to leave it a little bit cool down, 1 minute or maybe less, and then I am going to show you how I am removing it. Okay, so now it should be cooled down, so we just simply remove it. Okay, 1 and second. Perfect. And our felt eyes are done. Now you can add also glitter part, it's really up to you, but basically also this style is very nice, cute, and you have created your own felt eyes. Okay, so now we are going to add the glitter on it. So actually I'm going to take my glitter pieces, I am going to try it, place it as precise as possible. So firstly I will place my glitter, okay? So come, let me see. Okay, but actually what I am going to do is one of the, let's say, removed places, the plastic part, I am going to place it over the already ironed on hearts. It's simply because of if you are overheating a little bit, sometimes it could be, let's say, especially the edges of the heart can be, let's say, could be destroyed. That's why we need to kind of protect it. So I am placing those places together again. Now I am placing again this paper on it with the glossy part down and paper part up. Now I am going to take my iron and again a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be enough. And now I am going to wait till it cooled down and I will show you how I will remove it and how the final result look like. Okay, so now I am removing all the pieces. So the first one that was covering my heart, and now this one with the glitter, and here the glitter, and now my felt eyes with the glitter is done. So okay, so now that's it for today. So now you should have this beautiful eyes created, glittery one, but of course you don't need to place the glitter, but I love glitter and everything shining and sparkling. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If so, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, and please let me know in the comments if you would like to see more detailed tutorial purely on Cricut design space, how you can, let's say, design your own eyes. I try to cover it very quickly today with the, let's say, most important piece, but if you want to have a more detailed tutorial, just let me know in the comments. And please, if you would like to see also how I have created my human-sized bunny, you can have the link to this tutorial right here. And until next time, happy crocheting!